Hi, it's Marina, the Soul Alchemist. It's time for Pick Your Own Card Weekly Guidance for the 31st of March through to the 6th of April. So we are in new moon energies of Aries. So beautiful fire sign that is supporting us with moving forwards, with having that fire energy, new beginnings, new chapters, all of the things. And so the theme of this week is all about karmic patterns. So of course, we want to look at karmic patterns. Um, our karmic lessons, I suppose, or our initiations, our growth, to be able to, I guess, leverage those new beginnings, those new chapters in the best way that we can. So I am using the Akashic Oracle card deck, which is a modality in a box. And if you want to get your own deck, please click the link below, look at the description, there's some information there, and you get your opportunity to play along with me each week. You also get a key that you can turn into a pendulum to activate karmic healing. And there's a free masterclass that supports you with getting to know your cards, having attunement with Archangel Metatron, and also just to kind of get you started with the karmic healing and how to activate that. So that all comes through with the cards as well. So if you've not had a chance to tune in, then these are the cards. If you want to tune into cards 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to reveal the messages, themes, and energies now, but I would also encourage you to listen to all messages because they're all going to give you that extra layer, extra level of insight and wisdom to support you with, I guess, making the most of this particular week. So, karmic patterns is the theme. So think about, just kind of keep that in mind. And obviously, if you've picked card 1 as your main focus, then I encourage you to listen to 2, 3, and the bonus card as well. It's a repeater from last week. It's financial freedom. So the karmic pattern is going to be money related. And when I say karmic pattern, it doesn't mean, oh gosh, I'm going to be kept in the chains, kept in the cycle of this karmic pattern. No, the idea of karmic patterns this week is to highlight this is most likely where the root cause of the karmic pattern, the behavior, the patterning, the mindset, the attraction, the cycle, whatever it is that is relative to you. And for you, card 1s, it's going to be financially connected. So where do you have a karmic loop that is showing up in your finances, showing up with your money connection, money relationship, money mindset, money beliefs, money traumas, money stories? Where is the karmic looping? Where is that happening? Because what you've got an opportunity for this week is to get to the root cause, see the root cause, acknowledge the root cause, and release the root cause so that you can step into more of this financial freedom, the feeling of financial freedom, that sense of perhaps ease or relief that is coming in this week. So where do you have a karmic cycle of maybe boom and bust, money in, money out, can't seem to hold on to it? Then there's a challenge there. There's a karmic connection there with about you being able to be comfortable with holding on to money. If you are always finding ways, whether it's subconsciously or not, to release your money, then it's the holding part that you need to look at. And why does it feel uncomfortable to hold money? Why is there an urge for you to release it, to spend it, to manifest something unexpected that means that the money has to go? So it's looking at that more deeply, and that could be rooted in a past life, where you had loads of money, for instance, you had loads of wealth and prosperity, and you were attacked and maybe killed for it. Your estate might have been pillaged, and something happened to your family because of money. So it's like money's not safe to have. So I'll do my damnedest to release it. And that obviously in this lifetime, in the here and now, can be problematic. It can be frustrating. So allow the karmic root of your financial karmic pattern, block, whatever you want to call it, belief, habit, behavior, witness it, see it this week, and just see then what you can do to release it. The acknowledgement is the huge part of doing this. Once you acknowledge that there's something there and you admit that, or you call it out, then you can do something about it. You can start asking questions. And obviously, if you're using your Akashic records to support you with that, if you've got these cards and this is, really resonating with you, then what I would encourage you to do is leave this particular card out, or one of the other cards from the money, from the wealth chamber. Leave it out for 24 hours and ask for whatever healing that can be done from your Akashic records and your multidimensional being to happen, to occur whilst the card is out, because the card is a healing portal within itself, so it can activate healing for you. So financial freedom, obviously that's what we want to step into, and it might not be freedom, it might be just financial relief, because freedom may feel a bit too expansive, and it may be just like that I'm never going to get to financial freedom, because you know what, from a strategic perspective, there is a lot that needs to be put into place to get that financial freedom. Financial relief, that feels much closer and much more doable. So how can you get financial relief? And that is just maybe identifying that block and releasing whatever the energy is around it, so that you can actually start to respond and create maybe a more healthy relationship with the energy of money. So fabulous card. Let me know if it's resonating. Let me know also in the comments if you're going to leave one of the wealth chamber cards out. There's 7 cards in each of the chambers. There's 7 chambers in the deck. Let me know if you're going to try that. There's a lot of people that are doing it now that have been in my certification, that are in the Akashic Magic Circle, and they're getting really beautiful, deep shifts of energy, of mindset, and actually, things showing up in their experience, like business shifts and things like that, client shifts, money shifts, just by doing that type of activation. It's really incredible. Okay, so if you pick card 2 as your main card for karmic patterns, this for me is a collective karmic pattern, and it's very much fear-based. So it's cosmic healing. So I just want you to be mindful this week where you are being sucked into the fear, the drama, the chaos of the collective that people can get themselves into. They can get themselves really het up on a very individual level, but they can also come together as a collective, as a community, whether that's through the news, whether that's in your community, whether that's within your family. And it's like it's a way of sucking you into this like fear and drama. So the karmic pattern, and the karmic pattern of fear and drama and lack and scarcity and suppression, self-expression, authenticity. This has been going on for thousands of years. So it's not a new pattern, it's an old pattern. But where are you perhaps still engaging with it in a very minute way? And it's just, again, bringing awareness to that and being able to disassociate, disconnect, step back, cut cords maybe. But awareness is your main friend here to where you are being sucked into the collective. So the way that I was feeling in this card was that obviously this is us here, and it's like we've got these beautiful triangles, which is like so above, so below. So it's this real balance of connected to divine source, connected to Mother Earth, Gaia. So we've got that so below, so above, so below, so within, so without. So that for me is our energy. It's this beautiful balance. And then we've got these hands coming in. And the way that I'm reading and feeling this card, it's like this constriction. It's like we need to suppress. We can't have you shining too brightly. Can't have you shining too differently, because you're not going to conform. You're not going to be following the rules. And so what we can get then is lack of authenticity. It can be that fear about being authentic, fear of standing out, fear of being visible. But there can be other influences. You've got 4 hands here, so there could be 4 different types of influences that are coming in around your energy. And I'm not saying this to be dead dramatic or anything. It's just like, just be mindful of where perhaps your energy has been leaked, seeped in some way, that you're giving it away, maybe unconsciously, subconsciously. And the worry cycles, the karmic patterns of fear, of not believing in, having hope and, the gratitude and the wonder of life, where you feel like you're, in skepticism and doubt and anger and, those types of energies. And I'm not dismissing those types of energies, but they may not be your energies, but you are being influenced by them. So that's the karmic pattern. The karmic pattern might be that there's one particular trigger that triggers that spiral off for you, where you go into those emotions or you go into those thoughts. And it's like, okay, that's the thing that every time that I listen to that, or I'm around this person, or I go to this particular location, because it could be a location as well, or I do this particular thing, I say yes to this particular thing, or no, whatever it might be. And I notice that there's this chain reaction. So that's all I'm asking for here, or suggesting, is the awareness piece. And then just you shining back in your light, taking back your energy and really glowing. And just knowing, what your boundaries are, what the techniques are for you to cleanse your energy. Make sure that you're feeling in your glow up, feeling shielded, not feeling protected from a place of disempowerment or fear. It's just like, this is my pristine, beautiful energy. And if I choose to let you in, then I choose to let you in. You don't take my energy and I don't give my energy away. So cosmic healing, that's the karmic pattern. It's the collective energies there. So just notice where there's collective influence that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel supportive and encouraging. It's always on the down and out. It's always on the lack, half glass empty kind of frequency. That's what you've just got to notice in your experience and step out of it, break that karmic pattern of whatever you've looped into. It's your time to release it, which is amazing. Okay, so let me know again if you've got the deck of cards and you want to do some cosmic healing around releasing the collective. Again, leave that card out for 24 hours or longer if you're feeling intuitively guided to leave it out longer, and ask for the portal of healing to release whatever's in your energy field within the Akashic records, especially the karmic root that is related to that card. Okay, so we come on to the card 3. This is my card. Pick card 3 again. And for us, for the card 3 is collective, well, not collective, karmic patterning here is around receiving. So it's synchronicities and signs, which of course is our co-creation with the universe. It's co-creation with our guides, our higher selves, maybe our soul tribe. But it's what I'm really guided to in this card is the hand again. So we've got hands in all of these cards as well. Maybe not so much in the first one, but she's really holding on to her joy here within the dress. We've got the hands here, which for me are feeling quite constrictive and confining, suppression energy there. And this is about receiving without having to do anything. It's like you can just be and receive, and you've got to trust and know that you are enough to receive. You haven't got to do anything. And that's where all this wondrous magic, inspiration, alignment, luck perhaps, joy, happiness, prosperity, whatever it is, it can drop in without any resistance. It's allowing the beautiful feathers to just gently drop into the hand, feel it tickling our hands, and we're not having any fear responses of, oh, I'm going to grab it quickly before it goes away. It's like, I'm just going to let it land. So where do you have a karmic pattern around not being able to receive without maybe overly giving, so you feel comfortable then in receiving, because I've got to do this, this, and this, and then I'm okay. I'll allow myself to receive that. Or where do you receive and you maybe dismiss it or discount it, like compliments and encouragement and support, offers of support. Where do you discount that, or do you refuse it? and turn it back because it feels uncomfortable, or you don't feel like you've done enough, or you are enough, or you've said enough, you've given enough, you've paid enough, whatever it might be, you don't feel that you can receive fully without guilt. That's a hard one. I'm feeling myself cringe. I've got this one for a reason. So, the invitation this week is to look at any situations, any exchanges, any conversations that come up, and just notice if you are actively withdrawing yourself into receiving something that's really beautiful and positive. Now, of course, if there's something there that potentially doesn't feel like it's for your highest good, then of course, have discernment and step back. But if it's loving, it's coming from a place of empathy and compassion and, just, unconditional love, are you knocking it back in any shape or form? Do you feel uncomfortable? Now, uncomfortable is okay because you just need to obviously recognize that, but still receive, still accept. But if you then go into wanting to send it back in some shape or form, notice that. And then that's what you want to connect to the root cause of and release. Again, this could be past life, it could be present life. If you've got this card deck and you want to do some healing with this and leaving the card out, then leave this card out and ask to release any karmic roots that have you that create challenge and resistance around receiving prosperity, wealth, love, health, vitality, all beautiful experiences, whatever it might be, your skills, your gifts, even because synchronicities and signs, so it might be about your soul gifts, your psychic gifts. Where can you just relax, trust, and receive without the needing to do? So place that card out for 24 hours or longer if you're guided to release whatever blocks may be there in the Akashic records or throughout your multidimensional being. And when I'm saying this about all of the healing pieces with these cards, always state for the highest good of all concerned, just so that you're covering yourself karmically, whether that involves somebody else, whether it's for yourself, still say for the highest good of all concerned. So the final card is kind of like bringing it all together for the Karmic Challenge week. And what I get with this particular card is that there's going to be more than one kind of strategy, more ways of being able to approach this. It's not just one and done, or it's not just one way. This is having a holistic approach to releasing the karmic patterns. So it's divine strategy. So the reason that I say that it's a kind of it's a number of things that are going to help support, release this, or identify and work with the karmic root, is that we've got lots of different things within this picture. We've got crystals around her wrist and on the hand there in the ring. We've got the pendulum, of course. We've got the cards. We've got candles. So we've got candle work or candle magic that could be going on here. It's a 10 card. It's a 10, so it boils down to a number 1. So for me, that's obviously new beginnings, new chapters, taking the lead. So I would say, for me, take the lead on how you do this. Also, divine strategy. So get some wisdom from your higher self, maybe your guides. You may want to bring in your angels. You may want to bring in the violet flame to help, transmute, transform some of this energy, the karmic roots. Obviously, your Akashic records, you want to have those open whilst you're doing this work because that fast tracks everything. So divine strategy literally is to take a holistic approach. So awareness, you may want to be doing some journaling. You may want to do some mindset work, affirmation work as part of this. You may feel drawn to work with some crystals. For some of you, it may be just grounding more, getting yourself out in nature, drinking more water, moving the body. This is holistic approaches, spiritual holistic approaches to releasing your karmic patterns. So if you're finding that you're just focused on one way and you're not really kind of getting that far, or it's maybe not going as fast as you would like, the timing might be that it needs to go at that time, and your ego is getting impatient, which is normal. But it might also be that you've got to take more of a holistic approach and layer the magic, which is why I use lots of different things all kind of interweave together, because it's a layered magic approach, which I find is really effective and really impactful. So that is the strategy. It literally is the strategy, is to use lots of different modalities, different things that you're drawn to try or that you are able to do to support you releasing these karmic patterns this week. So again, let me know how these cards are resonating. I really hope that they're making sense. Let me know if you're going to be leaving the cards out to do that release work on your behalf. And also let me know what the shifts are when you do that work as well, because I would love to hear. And of course, if you want to get your own deck of cards, it is the Akashic card deck, a modality in a box. And if you've got your deck already and you want to join us in the circle, we start a new month in April, and we are actually going into our first chamber, which is the love chamber. So we're really going to be doing some deep work with the heart, which supports self-love, but also love with relationships. It's heart chakra work. And this is really where we start to be able to receive our gifts, really step into receiving and integrating our inner oracle and inner healer, which is what these cards support and the magic circle supports, but also being able to receive more prosperity, wealth, abundance, health, vitality, and obviously relationships. So that's going to be the theme that we're going to be working through. So we've got a new spread, we've got a new pendulum chart that we're going to be working with, and there's going to be beautiful practice sessions, trainings, and activations. So join us in the circle if you've got your deck already. All right, so love and blessings, everybody. Have a beautiful week. Let me know how you found this, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.